Brothers and sisters, we have a plan. This is Backwards James. How's it going? Hey, sorry about the little light, but this is my only choice. Anyways, guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the rapture. What kind of a loving God would take some and leave the others? This came up not too long ago. I think it's a very interesting question, but the question itself reveals the knowledge or lack thereof of the asker. Okay, because let me tell you a little secret about our God. God is love. God doesn't want to leave anyone behind. Whose choice is it? Whether you should get taken or whether you should get left. You see, many people think that it's God's choice, that there's some sort of exclusive vetting process and only the special ones get to go. But that's not the case. Consider the sun in the sky. Who has first dibs on it? Is the sun, for example, a respecter of persons? What does it say about the Lord? Doesn't he make the sun rise and fall on the righteous and the wicked? If the Lord wanted to leave you behind, why would he give you life at all? You see? No, that's just my own reasoning. But let's look at Scripture. Okay. So look at the illustration that the Lord gave us about the wise virgins. Some had the oil and some didn't have the oil. So when the king came, the bridegroom arrived, some were taken and some were left. Okay. Well, what if you had 10 wise virgins and everyone had oil? Then, in fact, everyone would have been taken. Okay. Have you ever heard of the prepared people? It's in the scriptures that God has ordained that there should be a certain prepared people for his name. You see, preparation then is preparation is the key to being taken, and the lack of preparation is the key to being left. You see? So, if you are prepared, then you will be taken. If you're unprepared, then you will be left. But even still, the Lord is gracious. The ones that get left behind will have an extended period of time to do what? Prepare, you see? They're going to even have an extended period of time to prepare. This is the God of love. This is the God who doesn't desire to lose even one. Okay? So, there is a hierarchy, and that would be the first and the last. Okay? The first ones were prepared. And then let's talk about the preparation, because how long did you have to prepare? In fact, for the Lord, it's been 2,000 years, but for us, we had our whole life. Okay? Now, of course, the little children, they're not, prepared per se. But yes, they are, because they're going first. The little innocent children, they're all ready to receive. Should the Lord call out to the little babies, they won't have any wicked thoughts. Their hearts aren't full of malice and vice. Okay, they're already ready already. God is a fire. So do you know what's going to happen? Let's say he wasn't gracious. He wouldn't tell the unwise virgins to go away. He would simply slay them where they stood for daring to come to the king unprepared. In fact, that's what a manly king would do. A manly king wouldn't give you a second chance. He'd simply kill you for daring to disobey, for daring to bring failure into the kingly court. But see, our God is not a man. Our God is the creator of men. He is higher than us. He is more wise than we are. You see? So he says, go back and prepare. And next, So chronologically, okay, the ones who are prepared, the first rapture, okay, when the king comes, they will go into heaven. They will stand with God, and God is fire. Because we love God, you see, because we have the oil, we can contain his fire. You see, the oil is necessary, and oil is a lubricant. Okay? If you don't have lube, then what's going to happen to your lamp? You see? If you don't have lube, if you don't have oil, then you're going to have friction. Okay? So if that'd be like trying to hold fire in your bare hand. You see? There has to be a buffer between God and men, and that buffer is the Spirit. And of course, the Christ, the blood of the Christ. Okay? So the ones who hate God, the fire will come upon them anyhow, and it will be a consuming fire, because there will be no buffer. You see, he must purge away all the sin, all the darkness, everything that is not ready. See, so when he comes upon us, and he's going to look and say, oh wow, that one can handle me, that one can take the fire, and then look, we'll be changed in an instant, because the fire of God will be within us. It will be activated forever and ever and ever. And it's never going to go away. In fact, this was God's purpose. This was the first man. The Shekinah glory is going to consume even all flesh. Those who are ready first, those who get ready second. And the third group are those that are going to get burned alive from the inside out. Okay, so this is why he would take some in the rapture and why he would leave others, because you didn't get ready. You had 2,000 years to get ready. You didn't get ready. And who else is partly to blame? It certainly is the churches of men, the pastors and the priests. Instead of getting the people ready, they were filling their pockets. They were filling up their ledger with profits. You're saying they were worried about, the buildings, and they were worried about what kind of clothes they were wearing, what kind of cars they were driving. They weren't preparing the people. It's like a lazy window washer. Shouldn't he be fired? If the window washer has 2,000 years, and yet when the Lord comes, the windows have spots. The windows are dirty. Fire those window washers and hire new window washers. This is exactly what the two witnesses are. The two witnesses, they fly the woman into the wilderness. They prepare the people. Okay, but it's a crash course. And it's like cramming. Okay? We're going to have to furnish the faith for the entire world in 3 years, whereas they had 2,000 years to get ready. Now they're going to have to get ready in 3 years. Okay, the ones that get ready, they will be taken. They will have joy and pleasure. They will become one with God. And those who refuse to prepare, those who refuse to cooperate with the king must slay them where they stand. The king must put them to death. And this is actually love. It is love for the Lord to obliterate them from all existence. Okay, because if he doesn't kill them off, then what will happen? Won't the darkness continue? Won't the evil continue? So anyways, guys, it's kind of rushed. I just want to kind of say that. But anyways, I love you. Have a good one.